Afternoon, boys and girls. KY back here in the saddle again. Yeah, I know it's been a while, but hey, well, just to be honest with everybody, I come a hair of not putting out any more content. I about convinced myself just to drift back into the shadows and let it crash down around us. But I ain't got enough sense to keep my mouth shut. Anyhow, the next couple of videos, I'm going to focus on some gear. We always talk about we need this, we need that, to survive and all this. Everybody's got to have a ferro rod, right? Got to have a fixed blade knife. I agree with 95% of that, but you don't have to have a trophy to win the game, right? That's my number one motto. You get these knife makers, and don't get me wrong, I got some nice blades, but I will never pay $300-400 for a friggin' knife. And it chafes my ass thinking that they've got people thinking that, well, if you don't have, S3V90 super steel, your knife's gonna fail and you're gonna die. Wrong. Boys and girls, I just picked up an old hickory butcher knife. That right there, I give $10 for it at an old mom and pop shop. That right there, boys and girls, will do anything you need to do to survive. I guarantee it. Because that knife right there is the same thing that most of the pioneers started out with. They didn't have these super steel knives, S3V90 and Cryo N960 and all this wild crap, right? Don't get me wrong, that is premium steel. If you want a knife to hold an edge basically forever, be my guest. Go out there and give $400 or $500 for something that you're going to go out here and beat with a stick, smack against a rock. Me? Nah. That old $10 butcher knife right there do all I need, which I did. Yesterday I picked up the Swiss Tech fixed blade from the new line of Walmart knives. If you want to see a review on that, I have been playing with it some. I got it out last night. It comes with a little ferro rod, micarta handles. It seemed like a solid little blade for $40, boys and girls, made out of Aussie steel. That's the same thing that Survival Lily is making her APO 1 and APO 2 knives out of, that she's selling for $200 and $300 a pop. You know what I'm saying? And back when I was growing up, Aussie steel was considered Japanese junk. Now it's a primo steel, right? No, it's a cheap steel, but it is a durable steel. And don't get me wrong, boys and girls, I'm no metallurgist by any means, but I have had knives since I was 8 years old. I can feel a knife and tell you if it's worth keeping or not, right? Like a Swiss Army knife. You can go out here and buy your dollar store knockoff, and that thing's gonna break in 10 minutes. Or you can spend 40, 50 bucks and get the real thing and have a solid tool. I've got 3 or 4 of them myself. The Huntsman, the Champ, I think the other one is a Tinker. I'm not for sure on that. Don't quote me. But and what happened to Case and Oldtimer and Buck and K-Bar? You don't hear these names in the survival world. I got a couple of Buck 119s that my friends have took me through hell and back. And no, what is it? 8C420, something like that they're made out of. But they're a good blade. They've been around for 100 years. K-Bar, USMC fighting knife, right? Yeah, it's not full tang, but they're designed to take a beating. But like I said, thinking that you have to run out here and buy a $200 SE or, boys and girls, rule of thumb. I've never spent over $100 bill on any knife that I own. For the simple fact, I know it's a tool. And, right now, I'm carrying this Avivi in my pocket, right? Yeah, I got some nice blades, but it's a tool. And I'm not going to go out here and give $300-400 for this rich man's trophy, because that's all it's going to be in the shift. Somebody's going to say, damn, that's nice. I want that, and smack you on the head and take it. Now, if you've got your old granddaddy's wore out Marine Corps K-Bar that's been through 4 wars and half a hell, ain't nobody wants that but you. And it'll still do just as good for you as it did for your granddaddy. I promise. K-Bar is a hell of a tool. Camillus, right? You don't hear that name much, but they were some of the, back in the day, if you wanted a camping knife, Camillus was the way to go. Now, don't get me wrong, they've got cheaper blades. Every knife company out there has a China line. So people on a budget can afford them. They still say they have a Buck or a Case or whatever. And, it's just like this water filtration stuff. Everybody, yeah? Water filtration is a necessity. But you don't have to go out here and spend $1,000 on a UV system so you can purify water, because you got to have power to do all that. And, don't get me wrong, I love pinball to death. I love Rudy, an Alaska prepper. But these guys pushing on these solar jennies, right? Well, we can get you a deal that's only $14,995, but you can finance it plus interest. When you bug out, you're not going to be carrying solar panels and a 50-pound solar jenny on your back. They are targeting you guys to get your money. Do you think these boys ain't getting a cut from these solar jenny companies? Bet your ass to $1. I bet they are. But now, don't get me wrong. I ain't dogging anybody for getting their hustle on. Sure, you got to pay the bills somehow, but don't come after my money in my wallet to do it. Back to the main topic. I carry a Gerber Prodigy. It's the same thing as the Strong Arm, just a little different sheath. I give $58. And it'll do anything that Gerber's strong arm will do. And the strong arm has been rated as one of the key survivable blades on the market right now in the affordable section. Spend your money on things that you need to spend money on. Buy a good rifle. A good pistol. Something reliable. Don't go out here and buy a freaking High Point, right? But hey, if that's all you can afford because of your budget, honestly, a High Point has been known to kick ass, take names, been run over, beat on, blowed up. They still shoot. They just fucking ugly. But, boys and girls, don't fall prey. Don't fall victim. And for all you creators out there, I'm sorry. I know this is a business for you. You're all trying to make money. More power to you, Bubba. But what I'm saying is, boys and girls, you don't have to have all the bells and whistles to survive. Good rifle, good shotgun, good pistol, ammo for all three, which classifies as an arsenal in most states. A vest, good armor, medical gear. Spend most of your money on medical supplies. Because do you know how much gauze it takes to go through and pack wounds? You'll burn through a 5-gallon bucket in a couple days. Buy good tourniquets, a good medical bag. Buy a good IFAK. I ain't saying go buy the Bearfac because honestly, you can get the same shit without the little Bear Independent patch a lot cheaper from North American Rescue, right? I know because I done it. Don't get me wrong. Love TJ over at Bear. He seems like a pretty cool dude. But when you can buy the same stuff cheaper, why buy the one with the patch on it? See, it's coming time, boys and girls. You're going to have to be fairly frugal about what you do with your funds. With everything going on with the economy, just make sure you have what you need, right? A good fixed blade. It don't have to be no $500 zero tolerance. You don't have to have no, $300 Microtech OTF. Boys and girls, you just have to have a good, solid tool. Speaking of, hand tools, hammers, screwdrivers, wire cutters, tin snips, stuff like that. Go buy good tools. And with those, you can normally make money to barter or work off gear you might not have that you will need. And it even goes, like I was touching on a minute ago, it even goes as far as water filtration. I mean, you can go out here and spend what, $700-800 on a Berkey, and well, hell, you can do the same thing with a $25 Sawyer Mini, right? Guess what? That Sawyer Mini is way more transportable, easier to move. Which I know Berkey's got smaller units, but till they fit in your pocket like a Sawyer Mini. And I ain't affiliated with nobody, boys and girls. I'm just telling you how it is. This KY mentality. Don't fall for the hype. Don't buy the name. Buy the tool. You can buy quality gear for a third of the price than what most of these people out here are trying to push on you. Like I said, I picked up the Swiss Tech line fixed blade from Walmart. $42 yesterday. Comes out of the box, razor sharp, with ferro rod, good retention on the sheath. If you'd like to see a review, leave me a comment. I'll jerk it out, I'll show it off for you. I've been playing with it, and I'd as soon have it as any other fixed blade in my collection. So, boys and girls, just something for you to think about today, and like I said, it's time to start talking about some gear and some other things to, hey, I might have something yous ain't thought of, or yous might know of something I ain't thought of. But I'm sure none of us are, Warren Buffett. We can't afford to go out and spend 10 grand on survival gear. That's why we need to show off other alternatives, right? Review other alternatives. That way the word is out there and we can all have what we need, which I'm pretty sure we're all pretty well stocked up in what we need. But, don't get me wrong, boys and girls. All that fancy shit does is put a target on your back in the ship. It's that simple. Sorry, I said it. Ain't sorry. Ain't gonna take it back. But that's just the way of it. You running around, I've touched on this in earlier videos. Envy. Okay, Wise got that, he's got that $2,500 Bushmaster. He's got, $1,800 infrared scope on it. I want that gun. And that's how it goes. And you think somebody won't thump you in the head and take your shit? Well, I'm sorry, my friends, but you are mistaken. At least, hell, they'll get you skinny dipping in the creek with your girlfriend, and next thing you know, you're walking home naked because they took your shit. Caught you occupied, right? But boys and girls, if you can think of anything you'd like to see a review on, leave it in the comments. And if you'd like to see the Swiss Tech, there's already been a few videos out there on the YouTube world, but yeah. Let me know what you'd like to see. Till the next time, this is KY. Keep an eye on the sky and an ear to the ground. There's gonna be some wild shit go down, right? I promise, especially this upcoming year. Stay safe, my friends.